Good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's start this practice. Before we do that, let's just reset everything. Here we go. There's a couple of people joining. Good morning, everyone. Joining on Crapsee. Four people. Okay. Here we go. 10-second warning coming up in 3, 2, 1. Opening set is a 3-6, 3-2. Hard 10, 5, 5. Here we go. There's it. One, 5, 6. That's a primary. Six, 4, 2, 6. Secondary. And down to 160. Six, 3, 2. There's it. Hard 8. That's a primary. 4, 4. Nice. 1-5 primary. The link for some reason. All right, let's go back across. Oops. I lost my connection to you guys, so just give me a second. I'll put back my. Let's go across. We had 60 on this. Whoops. Sorry, so I lost that. 60 and 60. 5, 6. There we go. Nice. Three, 6, 3, 2. The 3-2-5 secondary. On 2. Nice. Another 3-2-5. There we go. That's a 2-4-6 implosion left. Three, 6, 3, 2. Eight, 3-5-8 secondary. Hi, Chris. Had a great show today. we can do something this afternoon for me. 3632. This. 426 secondary. Cool, cool. Get on that, we'll do that. Six, 3, 2. Yeah, that was a bad throw. 5-2. Explosion of the left eye. That was a good draw, I think. 11, okay, mostly inside. So if we look at this, our BSR should be okay. Yeah, it was a 10, 11, 11, 164 on the hard way, so the 6 gave the finger to everything else. Not bad. Oops, this one I need to change to this one. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, was it? 5-2 though was off axis. Explosion on an implosion friendly set. Alright, let's just put some bets down. Alright, that's our round. So from a 3-6-3-2, we're going to go to a 3-2-3-6. It's like doing this, taking one die and putting it the opposite side. What does that do for us? It makes the set explosion friendly, nothing else. The on-axis results are not going to change much. Here we go. Nice. 6-2-8. That's explosion on both dice. So we were right to actually get that, to understand that. Let's hope that it remains that way. Three, 6, 3, 2. That's it. That's a 2-4-6 secondary. Right, it's a 3-2-3-6, not a 3-6-3-2. 236. It's a 2-1-3 double pitch. We're keeping axis, but we double pitch the set. It's a warning. One of the few things that the hardways do not give you. If you double pitch a hardway set, it's a 7 immediately. That's it. Aces, that's implosion left. That was unexpected. Five, 3, 1, 3. I'm changing the set from here to here. 5, 3, 1, 3. I'm being very active basically with the decisions. That's it. Five, 6, I just avoided a 7 out. This is a double pitch again. Alright, takes me to 2, 3, 2, 1 set. Quarter turn towards me for 2, 6, 2 dice up. Three, 5, 8. All right, front line. I'll take it. That was a secondary result. Takes us to 4, 1, 2, 1. That's it. One, 4, 5. That's implosion right. And I'm going to hedge the 4. The original set is a 2, 1, 2, 4. You're going to turn into a 6, 2, 3, 2. That's it. Now we got it, 3, 1, 4. That's the small. I overhedged it, but you know, I don't mind getting 400 or $100 out of it. No bets on the table for the next row.
Six, 2, 4, 2.
By the way, that was a drift. One five. A secondary. We go across. 116. Start again.
4, 1, 4, 5. Quarter, turn the dice to 6, 4, 2, 4.
Dice. Aces again. That's a repeater, I think. Should be. Yep.
All right, 2, 1, 3, 1.
Dice. Hearts and 5, 5.
One, 5, 3, 5.
Three, 4. What happened there? 1, 5, 3, 5, 3 was explosion left. Okay. All right. We did okay. Cannot complain. $11.5. So this one must have been a little bit better than the last one. The 6 is just killing it. Good. Okay, that was a 12. All right, fine. Let me just put my bets again. Sorry about that, guys. That's good.
We're going with hardware 6464.
Six five or yeah 6-5. So winner.
That's it.
Five two. Ugh. What was that? That was explosion of both dice. Okay. I overextended my arm. Let's go back at it. That's it. Box cards, that's a primary. That's it. 156. And here we go. Hey Sarge, what's up, bro?
Six four 6-4. That's it.
Four, 5, and 9.
That's it.
Oh man. Oh man. 3, 6, 9. Okay. I don't know for what reason I thought it was an ace, but you guys can see it as well as I can. 3, 6. The pips are making it 369. Hey, phew. Here we go. There. 246. Front line winner. Can go across. There. It's a 134. Secondary. Hey Waylon, what's up? Very nice to see you guys. As soon as I hit the 4, I look up, Waylon is in the house.
It is true what they say, the 4s and the 10s belong to Waylon.
6464. Hey, Larry's in the house.
Big Kahuna. Heart 10 belongs to Larry.
Ties up. Three, 6, 9. All right, let's be very gentle. All access secondary. Can go across again.
6464.
Eight, 2, 6. All right, so we come down and we start just rhythm rolling sets.
And we make it look like we know what we're doing. 266.
There's 5-1. That's a secondary 5-1.
5151. Nice.
Boxcar second time 6-6. It's a primary for this set. And a repeater.
Let's go with the 6363.
Hard 8. Primary.
For one. Actually, let's go 4242. Nice out.
It's a 415. You needed that one.
For one. Excuse me. Nice out.
Eight. It's a 6-2. I'm sorry to hear that. I just read about what Wayland said. I just want to pass on my own regards. You know, I hope the very best for your son. Speedy recovery, my friend. It's really tough when it's, you know, your kids. Mine live very far away, and when they call me and they have a problem, I just, you know, want to get on a plane and get to them. The very best, man. Right on, the very, very best.
6262.
That's a 3-6, man. Oh, man.
Där så.
Heart 6. 3535.
Där så.
10, 4, 6. 4, 6, 10. I'm really sorry to hear that, Lee. I really wish all of you the very best, guys.
6, 4, 6.
Three, 6, 9. Three, 6, 3, 6. Say 3, 1, 4. Secondary and front line. I think it's, I don't know, sometimes we have to share, you know, what we're going through. I truly hope the very best, guys, truly. One, 5, 1, 5. Cannot. 4, 3. I think it's a call. Yeah, it is. And the 6, 5 is facing me for the ATS anyway. Alright. Let's go back. Six four, 6-4. $21. That's it. Uh-oh, 6-1. We're double pitching. Yeah, I'm double pitching on the come out though, so that's not good. Let's go. All right, so what are we going to do? 6-2, 6-3. Going back to V sets. See if we can salvage something. No, we can't. 4-3. That was explosion of the left eye. With the sixes smiling at me. God damn. Six three, 6-2. Three, 1, 2, 1, dice up. Five, 1, 6. Let's go. Sorry, guys. Hello? Εντάξει, ένα λεπτό να σας ανοίξω. Ευχαριστώ. Can you open the front door? Hello? Alright, sorry about that. 6-2, 6-3 is a set. Let's go. Listen. 3-5-8, that's drift, I think.
Six three, 6 5.
Heart 422. There you go, Wayland.
Two, 1, 2, 3.
Five, 4, 9. Secondary. Takes us to 6, 5, 6, 4. There's maybe a bit too tall. There's a 10, 6, 4, 10. Secondary. I'm glad you had a good one. Let's go.
Two, 6, 2, 4.
Ah, 3, 4. 2, 6, 2, 4. 3, 4 is explosion on the left eye. Cannot complain about that one. That was a good roll. 6.4, so you must have hit something, right? The 6 is just killing it. Slowly going up. That was a 29. Okay, so not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let's go again.
It's a 6, 4, 6, 4 set.
Nice.
This time I'm not gonna change the set, and I'm gonna start from the 160 across and just press out slowly. See what happens.
It's a 246. Shocker. Got so many sixes today. I'm just wondering where is this gonna go. There's my 160 across. Let's see what we can do. 6464. That's it. 516. That's pressure 30. Nice. It's a 314. It's a friend of Wayland's. One axis secondary. Nice. That's it. 6410 secondary again. My friend Waylon. That's pressure. Nice. That's another 6410. Nice. Oh, double pitched it. Shit. Remained on axis, but double pitched it. 4-3. So I had my 10, I think at 225. So it was a 6, 4, 10, 10, 7. Okay. Alright, let's see how many rolls in are we. 50 something. Okay, good. Let's go again. This time I'm gonna put a lot of money on the ATS. Hopefully we can get to it. Just put some bets down. And we're all set. Dice are up. All right.
Let's go with the 6564 set.
Nice. One, two, three. They like the two. It's okay. Five, 6, 3, 5. Let's see what that is.
5, 6, 3, 5. So it's a 5, 6, 5, 4 set. Yeah. It's a 2V set for the 4 and 10, for the 10 and 4. But it's just a quarter turn, which is something I like to do with sets. Unfortunately, right now, I'm doing this on the 5, 4, 5, 6. So if you don't mind, I'll do this 5, 4, 1, 5. 5, 4, 1, 5. So it's a 5, 4, 5, 6 set. Let's go.
Fuck. 5, 2. Down, single pitched it. Single pitched it. Ouch. It's my fault. It's not your fault, by the way. Let's repeat.
Let's go with a 5, 4, 5, 6. That's
5, 3, 8. Not good. It's explosion of the right eye.
So I'm gonna go 6, 5, 6, 3.
Nice. 1, 5. So that's explosion right again. 1, 5, 6.
4145. Should bring us back to 4 or 10. That's
Not 2-1. I was expecting it 1-2-3. That's a double pitch, by the way.
3132.
Nice. 6-4-2-6. Come down. 60 across. Start enjoying ourselves a little bit. Ah, don't worry, you're not doing that. You're just having fun.
One, 4, 1, 2.
I have thrown so many times
Badly on this live, that I do.
I'm trying very hard not to let that affect me. Just to focus on making it through each live. That's a 1 for 1. 2-1-3. That's explosion of the left eye. Takes us to 4-2-4-1.
Nice.
Double pitch. 3-4. Okay. That's that. Stay humble. 60 something, still positive. Let's repeat.
Four, 2, 3, 6. Nice.
Double pitching the set. Nice. 3-6-9. Second.
So the original says a 5, 3, 5, 6. We're just gonna double pitch that to 5, 3, 2, 1.
Five, 3, 2, 1.
Nice.
It's a 156. That's implosion of the left eye. All right. So the set is a 4145. That's the original set. We're just gonna double pitch the left eye. 4132. Nice. One for five. Secondary. Original set is a 2124. Double pitch that. 2153. Hard 6. That's implosion left. Original set is a 3236. Or maybe 3531. Double pitch. 3546. That's a 3 and a 5. Explosion. Right. 358. Cross. Do you ever stick with one dice set if it's doing good for you? Alright, the answer to that is depends what the strategy is. If I'm there just to press, I would go with that. I would go with just one set. Works well, I'm not going to change it. But I'm honestly trying to. I will change sets if I get a warning sign. Let me just put it to you like that. And what I'm doing right now is playing around with sets, but at the end of the day, the 7s on these sets are exactly in the same locations. It's just going to be different numbers, but it's still going to be a 7 if I 7 out on one set, it's going to be a 7 out on the other. And I think that is the difference between what I do and what you guys do, because you're trying to sort of play on strategies which favor specific numbers. I'm not trying to do that. I am simply trying to demonstrate that a family of sets will yield a non-7 result, whatever the combination of the dice is, as long as they are in the same dice family. That's what I'm trying to do. But you are right. If I'm trying to just press, I would certainly consider, just using 1 or 2 sets for that. maybe cousin sets if I see a warning sign. And I mean by that is a 2321, which is, I don't know if you guys can see it, 2321, which is a 4 and 10 set, could also be a 2123. And the reason you would say, okay, how do you judge where to go to? If I get a hard 8, as a result on a 2321, it means my die is imploded. So I would be very sort of, it's like a warning, you get a warning. Oh, sure, no problem. What do we get? We got a hard 6, I think. Can't see the freaking number. It's 358. Okay. Maybe it was a 5-3. So it's a 6-5, 6-3. We double pitch that. 6-5, 1-4. The idea of rhythm rolling is really to get you back to a previous result, if possible. If you have good consistency, then dice behavior is going to take you back to previous results. 6-5, 1-4. Dice up. That's a 6-5 yo. That's explode and right. Takes us to an original set of 3-6, 3-5. We're going to double pitch that to 3-6, 4-2. Why are we double pitching? Because we're thinking that our mechanics are double pitching the dice, so we're trying to avoid that. We're using V sets and cross 6s because their on axis 7s are just 2. Dice up. That's a 2-1-3. Let's say what's explosion of both dice, implosion of both dice. 2-1-3. So that's a warning sign for me. That's the first one. So I'm not going to listen to it. I shouldn't get implosions on this set, or I should be using. I don't go for 2 for 1. I should be using for 1 for 2. But let's dig to it and see what happens. 4-2, 3-6. Nice. 3-2. Three-two explosion of the right eye. All right. Can go across and across. So it's a 1-3, 1-2 set. No. It's a 6-3, 6-2. We double pitch the set to 6-3, 1-5. That's all. 1 for 5. That's upsetting. the ace is what saves us. Alright, let's see. You've helped me a lot with my betting with the weight. You set the dice every roll. I wish the shooters in the casino would pronounce the dice sets before they rolled up. But if you can actually, how should I put this? If you can actually understand the thinking, then you can kind of predict what sort of numbers somebody should be getting. So 2-1, 2-1-2-4 original set, 2-1-5-3 final set. And something else I always say, if I want a 2 V-set and I see a 5 in the results or a 2 in the results as one of the 2 dice, but not together obviously, gives me confidence that I am cancelling out the off-axis 7s on that set. Same can be said for the 3 V-set. If I see a 3 or a 4 in the result, then I know that the off-axis 7s are not there, whatever the other number is. Same with the cross 6s. If I see a 6 or an ace in the result, I feel confident. That is all. 1-4, 1-4-5. That was a bad result. No. I'm by no means 2-1-2-4. That's out. 2-1-5-3. That was the previous result. It was a 1-4 again. So what happened here is that we got our money back by double pitching the set into its original format. It was a 2-1-2-4 set, and we double pitched to a 1-4-5 result. So that's 2-1-5-3. Yo. I like the 5. I don't like the 6. The 6 is implosion of the right die. Now, because of the previous result, I cannot go back to hardware sets. This was a one-off-axis implosion. If I had 2 one-off-axis implosion one after the other, or explosion, then I would certainly consider going to hardways, because one-off-axis on hardways does not equal a 7, regardless of what we do. So, have these little things in mind. 4-5, 4-6 is the original set. I'm going to double pitch that to 4-5-3-1. Nice. Nope. They stay primary 4-3. Oh, the 12, okay. Puts us at 70 something. SR 13, SRR 7. So we are about 16%, let's say 17% better than random on that one, and about 40% better on the SOR, meaning our rolls are longer. So that's, you know what Wayman just said, it's a very true statement. And what keeps me humble is the fact that I have actually taken a very critical look at the dice themselves. And whatever results you get, unless you get primary results, you realize that you're a quarter turn away from a 7. I'm not talking about the 4s or the 10s or whatever, but I'm talking about if you get a secondary, it means that you're 19 millimeters away from a 7. If you get 1 off axis, it also means exactly that. You have brought the dice a quarter turn closer to a bad result. And this is what should keep people who practice throwing dice humble. The knowledge that you're very, very close to the 7, yet you get 16% better than whoever else is throwing the dice. That is the confidence, and also the results themselves. If you're setting V sets and you're getting off-axis results all the time, then that should not give you confidence. But what should give you confidence is your ability to recognize that and to move to a different dice family, which will prolong what you're doing. It's going to prolong your rolls. Now, in this case, I was on a 3V set, double pitched it, and my result was a double. It was a primary result. So the 4-3 was on top, the 4-3 landed at the end. Does that give me any confidence or take away any of my confidence? Well, first of all, it gives me confidence in the sense that I kept to my axis. So my decision making to go with V sets or cross sixes was correct. The bad thing, obviously, is that it was a bad decision because the dice obviously traveled so well that they landed exactly the same as I set them. But I managed to do 12 rolls, which is almost 100%, well, I would say 90% better than the average. So let's have a look at this thing here. 69% box numbers, mostly inside. 4s and 10s were low, but you can see a concentration of 6s. So I don't know, maybe I was using a set which was producing that. So we had a 29, a 12, 11, a 12, a 6, and an 8. Nothing below, and the quality of roll. If you get something below like 4, you cannot make 2 hits and down. You cannot regress to anything. So I guess we were very lucky, or not. We were throwing very well, and we managed to get money because of how we were throwing, because of the decision making that we were making for our dice sets. And that's the essence of what I'm trying to sort of share with people, nothing else. I'm not telling you I'm going to teach you how to do this and that. And if I could just take one moment of your time, there is this new video out there, and it's pulled a lot of sort of attention, something like 2,000 views in one day. There's this guy who comes up, brand new channel, and he clickbaits. And I don't mind people clickbaiting when it comes to strategy, it's fine. I really don't. But what does bother me is when people come, and sort of say, I'm going to teach you how to be a dice controller in 60 minutes. That's bullshit. Sorry for me saying this, but the guy goes on to tell you that the elements of throwing dice is speed, height, trajectory, how they land. And my response to that is, well, shit, man, you know, you really told me something that I didn't know. I thought I was actually supposed to just hold the dice and drop them here with, you know, gravity, and that's it. So you get these people that they don't really give you the detail, and the detail is what actually matters. The detail is being able to rewind something from when it hit here and bring it back to your hand and see what you did, how you actually threw something, how you grip the dice, how you position your posture, what sort of strength did you use to throw the dice, and how you actually create all this consistency in motion. And that takes a lot of time, especially with this par shot. It takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of practice, you know, throwing from here and then from here, sort of going further and further away until your eyes are in full sort of collaboration, let's say, with your hands, until your back is actually used to leaning over a table for so many hours, until your hands grip the dice in a way that they feel so familiar to them. It's like second nature. And these things are the things that nobody gives a shit about. They're just out there to impress. They're just out there to tell you that, oh, I throw so well. My response to that is, do 6 months or do 3 months of daily shows whereby your landing zone is crystal clear. Show us your results, and then we'll believe you. Otherwise, don't go out there just fooling people. I really don't like that. Especially when it comes to something like dice. I hate the words dice influencing or dice controlling. Just becoming more experienced at this thing. Because I've been throwing lives for, I don't know, I would say the past 5 years. Nothing but live. And you can see me fail. So, I don't know, I just got very angry with this guy, and I thought, you know, I was going to get something out of this. And then he started talking, and I thought, oh shit. I looked at the amount of time the video was going. It was 29 minutes, and I just stopped. At 10 minutes, I thought, okay, thank you so much. No need for hats off or whatever. Let's, you know, just be fucking realistic. I really hate people that trying to impress, to clickbait people, to get views for their channels, but instead what they're doing is they're just wasting time, people's time, and not giving them the essence. I don't know whether, you know, some people actually do believe that they are teaching Lee, but they're not. And in my case, I think I was very specific, and in my outro, I think I say this. I learned from other people. I learned from watching people throw. I learned from watching people throw on different surfaces, and I try to assimilate what I see from them, and I try to understand why does that work. And I go into specific sort of thinking. A lot of thinking goes into the videos that I watch. I zoom in, I try to get what the dice set is or whatever, and then I see results, and I try to see left die, right die, what happened. And I don't talk about it, I just try to assimilate it, and then after working on it for a long time, I'll come out and say, okay, guys, this is something I want to share with you. It might not work for you, but it's probably an adjustment, possible adjustment for some of you. And that is more realistic. I think it's more realistic to see someone try something, share it with you, and perhaps it will give you something of a toolbox, like, you know, the 1,000 strategies that Waylon has, or the way that Sarge throws the dice. You know, everybody has something else to share, but don't make it like this is Bible. Don't do that. That's terrible, especially when it comes to what they call controlling dice. I would call it being more experienced and understanding dice, because what's happening here is that we are trying to prove the impossible, and nobody talks about that. We're trying to go against probability, because the way that they put these things here, and even the surface landing, that's enough to throw your dice off. What we're trying to say to people is that you can have a better throw by a combination of your skill set, the consistency that you develop through thousands of throws, but also knowing how to align that skill set and your mechanics with a good set for that particular session, for that particular table. You know, that's it. Take care, Waylon, and take care, everyone. Sorry for me going on about this. I don't usually do that, but I thought it was time I spoke out and, you know, just said what I thought was meant to be said. Anyway, thank you guys again. I really appreciate the company, and I'll catch you in the next one. This is George. Bye, sir.